English translation, 46th contact. Thursday, 26th February, 1976, 0204.
Your call has reached me very far away, far in earthly terms.
Where then?
In our Pleiades system, and I brought some things for you, too. But first, I want to tell you this. Earlier, I wanted to go to the usual meeting point when I located 3 different power currents with the area analyzer. These powers were strongly interspersed with disturbing values about your person. As I then was gliding across the village, I noticed these forces were centrally located at each village exit. You are being watched and followed. For the time being, therefore, I think it would be appropriate for us to meet further away in future.
So that is how it is. Then the red car followed me and drove under my nose several times. I already suspected something like that when the same car got in my way several times. That is why I drove across the forest.
You have done very well, but we are not very safe here. So we cannot be together for long.
I also think that... Here, these are the things I got for you. I bought them yesterday at noon.
You already told me that when you called me. Thank you so much for saving myself a lot of trouble.
All right, here's the rest of the money.
You can keep it. Well, here are your things. Here is a small piece of ruby in zoisite, here is a piece of emerald, that here is malachite, and this is fluorite. These crystals are meant for you. You can sell the others here. Unfortunately, I could not get everything you wanted. Maybe next time. I also brought you some metal from 3 different operations. This is the product of the 3rd transformation process. This is the product of the 4th process, and this is the product of the 5th transformation process, of which there are 7 in total.
Thank you very much, Sim-Ya-Se. You give me a great pleasure. Now I do not quite understand things. I thought you could do the conversion of lead to alloy right away. But now you are saying that 7 different processes are required?
Sure, I guess I was not clear enough about my explanation. The first step absorbs the lead substances from the atmosphere and compresses them into pure lead. The second process removes all dangerous radiation from the metal obtained in this manner. The lead then enters the cold converters, which, without the addition of any other metals, convert the lead into the alloy in several processes.
So you mean that the lead is liquefied cold and only undergoes the transformation in this form?
Certainly. There are probably direct conversion possibilities of matter, but these possibilities are not yet extensively given to us. However, our scientists have already achieved good experimental results. At present, however, we still transform the metals in the traditional form through the cold converters. And as I said, this happens in 7 different passes. The metal is liquefied cold, like it is done in your blast furnaces by heat, and then undergoes a transformation by certain vibrations, but only up to a certain value, so different operations are required. The respective end product is then pressed through a cooling spiral in intermittent batches, resulting in small structures such as those in front of you. This process is repeated several times, whereby the value of the various metals increases with each new process and becomes the final alloy. The 6th working process then produces the complete alloy, while the 7th process produces finished metal plates.
Your explanation is to be understood. But how is the pressed metal cooled in the spiral when everything is already being done by cold processes?
The cooling spiral contains ordinary water, which, however, we obtain by condensational process, especially for this purpose. What I call the cooling process has to do with the fact that the material is hardened.
I see, but what is that? Condensational? I do not know that expression.
I derive the word from condensing.
I see what you mean. Now a question. Can you not get me another piece of finished metal?
Maybe I will make an effort.
Thank you. It is only now not yet clear to me how you actually process the metal. Because neither on your beam ship, nor on Todd's giant box could I see joints or seams, etc. Nothing is riveted either.
For this purpose, we use a device that you would call a welding machine. However, it is based on a vibration technique that liquefies the metal in a cold state and allows it to flow into each other, making it absolutely seamless and forming a single piece. That is why we do not know about grinding metal like you do when you do welding and then have to grind away the seams to level it out. By the way, in this respect, you use a very dangerous procedure on Earth. Our technology ensures that seam breaks or tears can never occur.
We are just now a little bit primitive, therefore have some lenience.
It is now time we must be careful. Next Saturday or Sunday, we will meet again. Until then, I also want to bring the tape back to you.
Then I will go. Goodbye, you night owl.
That is how you must speak. Goodbye, dear friend.